In this segment, we're going to talk about what exercise is. I think it's important to understand what the project is first. We understand that the project is us. It is not the exercise. It is not the machine. It is not that treadmill. Exercise very specifically is controlled amounts of stressful stimulus. If it does not propose stress to the nervous system, stress to our muscle tissue, stress to our heart, our lungs, our metabolic system, it is not exercise. Because exercise is about an adaptive process. Our bodies need to adapt to that stressful stimulus in order to get stronger, in order to do the things that it needs to do to become strong, healthy, and survive. If our number one instinct, above all else, is survival, the reason we're still here on the planet is because we have adapted to the environment. And unfortunately, our environment has gotten easier and easier to survive in. And we have gotten weaker and weaker. So now we have a gym rather than the jungle to survive in. We've got to come out and provide the body the stress it needs because it no longer gets it from our environment. So if we understand that exercise is stress, we know that going for a walk at lunch is not exercise. Going for a walk at lunch is a very nice way to get active recovery. Active recovery happens below 65% of our maximum heart rate. It increases our oxygen intake, increases our blood flow, and is quite enhancing to our immune system. It's also important to understand that exercise in of itself is suppressing the immune system. If you're sick, if you've got a cold, your body's working overtime to create all the antibodies, all of the energy it takes to fight whatever's going on in your system. It does not want to be used for exercise. We have enough stress going on. Active recovery, on the other hand, that enhancing aspect, is very beneficial to the body when it's under the weather. It needs that extra oxygen. So quite honestly, active recovery is more beneficial than sedentary recovery. I know our instinct is to lay on the couch when we're not feeling well and we're trying to recover. We're better off taking a few walks during that day. So with the premise that exercise is controlled amounts of stressful stimulus, let's talk about the components. Number one, cardiovascular. Now I want to make sure that you understand that I'm going to throw in a little dig at the end of each one of these, and we'll come back to it. Cardiovascular, heart, our cardiac function, our efficiency, our ability to pump blood. That is a big muscle and it's quite vital. Lack of heart training and heart rate training will cause us to be a victim of cardiac arrest and other types of diseases involving the heart. Two, vascular. Vascular system is what gets plugged up from restricted pathways from plaque. If we are constantly moving a higher volume of blood and dilating that vascular system, we will be able to wash away any buildups as we go. That's going to create an atmosphere for a lower blood pressure for those hypertensives. It is going to create an atmosphere that we can be more efficient and function with less chance of vascular disease. Okay, last part is our lungs, our ability to uptake oxygen and disperse it. And oxygen is what we survive on. Take away the oxygen, we know what happens. Exercising with a mask on was very difficult for us during this COVID period because it made it harder to get that oxygen. And being able to breathe more freely is going to give us better output. So our ability to uptake oxygen is very important. Okay, that is all attributed to cardiovascular conditioning. Now, we don't just randomly do exercise. Exercise has been accepted now by the entire medical community as medicine. Exercise is medicine. Let's go into the next part, strength training.